Alrighty guys, and welcome back to another educational informative survivor game. Now, I am going to tell you that this is the most killer-sided map in Dead by Daylight. I am also going to tell you that that's probably the unpopular opinion, and that this killer, the Huntress, 9 out of 10 times always starts with Lethal Pursuer. Now, I have to be careful, just wait that 9 seconds out. Now, something you got to remember. Now, a lot of people say, oh, but Goose, how can this be such a killer-sided map if there are so many pallets? Now, that's a really good question. Let's just look at some facts for a second, okay? How fast is this killer? Well, she's 110% movement speed. Can she teleport across the map? No. Can she control the board in any way? Can she be in 2 places at once? Can she do anything to get survivors off generators? No. The only way she's able to do that is through Pain Res, Dead Man Switch, Grim Embrace, Corrupt Intervention, Deadlock, these perks. Now, hypothetically, if she chooses not to run these perks, how does she have control on the map? So, the reason I'm going to tell you that this is such a killer-sided map is because it's small, it's congested, and confined. Killers like Doctor, killers like Pyramid Head, killers like Huntress, Deathslinger, killers that don't have map control are in awkward spots. So on a small map that's congested, it puts them in a much better situation. Not to mention, this Huntress can hit over a lot of these loops. Now, we've already had 2 people go down pretty quickly. If she picks the one up on the left, I go for the one on the right, or vice versa. The other guy's on a gen, and I'm on a gen, which is good. Looks like she's going back to the original player that she downed. So I'm going to high knees super quickly, and I'm going to run all the way over here. And I use double movement speed on that too. Let's get straight onto her and try and get this done. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this done in time. Nope, she is too close, and that is a negative. I'm only halfway through that heal. Yep, she gets 2 hooks for literally nothing. I'm really glad Steven was able to stay on his generator. Okay, I'm gonna just walk around. She ain't getting anything out of me, which is fine. There is a hook there. The best case scenario is she chases me, Steven finishes a gen, and I loop her into oblivion for a while. Now, unfortunately, I need to run in a different direction, and the reason I gotta do that is because I want Steven to be able to get a free save. Looks like she is gonna be coming back to the hook. Do you see how good Kindred is? The information it's giving me is uncannily good. Right, I don't want to be here. I think healing under this hook would be a massive mistake, friend. I think we should move you to an area where you are able to play around the situations that are presenting themselves. For example, what do you know? She came straight back to the hook. Alright, now a lot of these loops aren't very good against her, but she appears to be a bit of a sheep. What do sheep do? They follow. And that's really good for business. Let's walk for a second. We don't need too much of a lead on her. And let's go round the other way. She has all ears, so she saw what was going on through the wall, which is unfortunate. I don't know if she can hit it. It's gonna be hard. So, I'm all ears is on cooldown right now. I'm gonna keep her here for a little bit longer. Let's go around again. We can't. She let go of the chase. Okay, so what did we learn? She most likely has Lethal Pursuer and I'm all ears. I don't believe she gets that hit with just good macro. Maybe she's that good, but I'm 99% sure. I'm all ears. When you fast vault a window or medium vault a window, your aura is revealed to the killer. Now, I would love to heal. My whole team has been unhooked. I'm going to work on this. If she comes from the stairs, I'm going down. I'm not even going to waste the pallet. There's nothing I can do. I can bait the pallet, but that's about it. I do have Champions of Light, making a flashlight sidestep actually quite viable. They found each other and they're healing, and the other one's going through a chest. So this is really good for business if they actually get the heal off. We can't let her have 2 hooks on the same player, but it has been 2 gens. So right now, the rule of thumb is when it comes to playing killer, if you're doing 2 hooks for 1 gen, you're tying with the survivors. You're doing 1 to 1, you're losing. You do 3 to 1, you're winning. You do 4 to 1, you're dominating. So she has done 3 hooks for 2 gens. So statistically speaking, we're still winning. However, she has a player on death hook. At 3 gens, having a player on death hook, in my mental, is winning. But if she had the split on the gens, it'd be a different story. Now, Kindred is telling me, do I have to worry? Do I have to panic? No. They're applying pressure to a gen. Found Steven. Steven might have made a big brain play then and ran out in front of the killer to pull the killer away from the other player, but it looks like it didn't work, and now Steven is panicking, running to the wrong side of the map, even though the killer is chasing the other player, which is bad because he should see the spacing. Now, he's going to go for the quick hook save. It's not a bad play. If I was him, I would have went back to my gen, worked on my gen, knowing 2 gens being done for maybe 1 hook, and then for the hook save. That's how I would have done that macro, different to Steven. However, there's more blood points than going for the quick hook save. Now, I would like to go back to the ally and hopefully get a heal out of my ally. I know she has them all ears, so I'm going to play completely differently, knowing that she can actually hit me over some of these loops. There's a lot of really awkward places to be in the game right now. We got our gen done. Now, it wasn't a very hard gen. It was isolated in the corner of the map. I haven't been hooked, so I should be trying to take the pressure. So should Steven, one of the 2 of us. She's still chasing the other guy, but I don't know if they're up or down. I don't like where I'm currently sitting. 4 different directions that the killer could come from. I know they stacked back up on that generator, and I know exactly where they are. I'd like to run over here, get a heal. I think that could be very beneficial for me. It's going to give me a boost of confidence in working in an unsafe environment, or an unsafe area, I should say. Looking left, looking right. I see Steven. Not Steven, Quentin. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Can I please have some love and affection? Thank you. The bad news, 2 people on death hook. She's not in a good spot unless she kills a player. If she kills a player, she's okay. But the best thing I can do is I could be a hero right now. I could take the killer aggro and apply pressure elsewhere. You know, even if she's not in chase with me and I fast forward something, she gets aura reading on it as well. So remember that. So she can see my aura right now, whereas Steven, he's working on a gen isolator. So she can see me through walls right now. I'm looking for a cross-map hit on me. Looks like it is not occurring. She's chasing the other player who is on death hook. Steven does not have kindred. He needs to get right back onto that generator as quickly as possible, all the way by the basement, and that is exactly what I am going to do. I'm going to look for the heal under the hook, even though I think it is a bad idea. No, I don't. I think we should move over here, honey. That way we have line of sight blocking, and I can guarantee a body block for you, despite not wanting to, which will guarantee her being able to pull the pallet down and staying alive for a little bit longer. See how the killer's out of chase of them? This puts us in an awkward situation, especially if she comes back. I will take a hit for her if I have to. It might mean I go down, but keeping an ally alive is more important. I know there's a gen all the way over here downstairs on the right-hand side. I can't hear the heartbeat too well. I can see the one up in the middle too, so we know where all 3 gens are. We got 1, 2, and then 3 at the basement. She'll be at the basement in about 5 seconds from now. And the reason I tell you that is because she already checked the other 2 gens. Why would she just be walking around? And just like that, if she finds a player on death hook, we are in trouble. She needs to run, hide, heal, and then maybe work in the gen in the middle. That was not the play, because if you don't have DS, and that's going to put you in an awkward spot, and now you're eliminated out of the trial. She should not have been putting herself in an awkward area, in a dead zone, in a dead end. He's taken a hit trying to keep her alive, but there is always a hook outside of the basement, and there is always access to the basement. So, unfortunately, she is going to be eliminated out of the trial. It was a bad macro by my ally. She shouldn't have been there. She was isolated in the corner. Alternatively, Steven should have guaranteed the body block hit for her in order to keep her alive. Anyways, we're going to keep pumping through this. The loop on my right-hand side is horrendous against the Huntress. Looks like Blast Mine again. Good value. We got a player standing up in the top doing nothing. I'm applying pressure elsewhere. She's going to come over here and get me off this generator when it's about 60-65%, which is really awkward because no one else is working on anything. And if I get injured, I'm going to feel a little nervous about coming back to this. Now, she might have nowhere to hide. It is quite a popular perk on a Huntress. I could play that little loop there. It's not a very good one. Can I get away in time? The answer is yes. Why use a resource that you don't need to use if you can get away in time? Don't be the guy that just drops stuff because it's hot. Listen to the lullaby, listen to the heartbeat. There you go, she knows exactly where I am. She moonwalked looking at me. So, that tells you she has nowhere to hide. Oh! So, nowhere to hide and lethal pursuer. And I'm all ears. Keep the meat in the way. She has to go back to the other gen, but it is a little bit too late. Gen should be completed by the time she gets across the board. So she has a lot of aura reading, but she doesn't have any stability. Oh, that puts me in a really awkward situation. I shouldn't have popped my neck out where I did. I'm going to go around it one more time, then I'm going to high knees away, just giving my team time. Right now, they're not doing a door, they're healing, which puts me in a bit of an awkward spot. I might actually go around one more time. Let's just pay attention, make sure she is following. Not trying to cut me off, not trying to mind game. Let's walk a little bit. She tried to cut me off going the other way, but I was patient on the window. High knees. Good girl. I kind of goofed it. I should have been more patient on the window. I should have just medium vaulted the window in the first place. They managed to heal and get to the door. Now, I'm not saying they played that bad. I kind of goofed at the end of the game. However, what could have happened is rather than healing, they could have went for the other door the second they saw the killer was in chase of me. Instead, they wanted a group heal, and now I might be left to die on my first hook, which would be really inconvenient, but I'd understand if they wanted to leave me. Now, she does have aura reading. It's going to be hard to save me. I might actually attempt to get off the hook here because it looks like it's going to possibly be a trade. She's standing in front of the hook. I feel like my team should leave me. I kind of goofed that at the end of the day. My first hook, my first down, and it looks like we'll get face camped to death. I completely get it. The game is over. The game is done. You guys shouldn't come in and risk the trade onto me. There's no point. Don't give her any more blood points for face camping us to death, unfortunately. Yep, that's a very good window. Good attempt. She takes a follow-up into my back. She's pretty far behind me, which is good. Oh. She found Steven. I might actually be able to make it out here, ladies and gentlemen. The other girl hasn't even been hit, and she's not helping the other gentleman, which is bad. I feel like I could go back in for him. She should go help him. He needs help. You don't have time to heal me. You don't have time to heal me, sweetie. You need to go save that man, because he is in trouble right now. Standing here waiting to heal me is not going to help the player who's going to get downed. This is very awkward. I don't agree with her waiting here. I feel like she should have ran back into the hook or ran back towards Steven to try and help Steven to take a body block so Steven can actually make the door. Because if Steven goes down now in a more awkward spot, it's going to put us in a really awkward situation. I'm going to run in and try and help him if I can. Hopefully he doesn't go down right now. If he goes down before I get healed, I'm probably going to end up leaving. Alright, let's get back in there. We need to quickly... She'll go left, I'll go right. It is solo queue, so maybe we won't. We need to both go 2 different directions. That way we're able to hear the lullaby, and we're able to close in on him. He's most likely downstairs, because he probably can't get the gap towards going upstairs. Only one door has been opened. Sounds like he's back here to the left. He actually got up? Oh, no. I do have a flashlight blind attempt, which is good. I could do a double blind, even if I screw my first one up. I don't feel this is the right call. Go, go, go. Okay, just be careful. Just nice and slow, buddy. I'll take care of you. Go, 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 go. Take it wide! Take it wide, girl! Now, that was a bit of a player error. Alright, he might actually be able to make it out. Make sure I'm directly behind him and that there's no possibility for her to get the hit. She might go for a hatchet, so let's get the blind ready. Alright, looks like everyone gets to walk out at the end of the day but one. That was a bit of a goof play because my teammate cut off rather than going wide. But anyways, that's an educational, informative solo queue survivor game. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed it with the macro, with the rotation. I did screw up on the window. I should have been a little bit more patient. But guys, if you enjoyed this educational, informative DBD content, make sure you tune into the live streams. I do educational, informative DBD killer content over at Twitch. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the fog in the next video. Have a good one. Cheers.